Hello friends, welcome. It's Big Dano Paints. We're about to paint some toy soldiers. It's a wonderful time. For some reason my paint palette is not active. Why is that? There it is. Hello Frog Jim. I'm hiccuping him at the moment and it's not ideal. That's my face. This is the model we're painting. We'll just zoom out on her a little bit. Alright. We'll go through some of the other models and things we've made progress on a little bit later on. But in the meantime, we're just going to get started. Although that has just revealed a fantastic mold line that I'm going to collect right now. Damn hiccups. There's another one I saw too. Anyway, it's been a great week of preparation for the Crimson Brush. Everything is continuing. Are those socks? Do we think they're socks? Movies. G'day, Gary. Yes, Frog Jim, Crimson Brush will be streamed. I'll actually show you the schedule. It is 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from yesterday, I should say. 2 weeks from Friday, I should say. Alright, I might bring up the schedule for you to have a look at. There we go. So that's our day one stream schedule for the Crimson Brush. So it's 10:30 AM, which is roughly 3 hours from now. So 3 hours from now, on the first day, which for us is Friday. So for you will probably be the previous day. Yeah, so Bucks and I will be doing an intro. Apparently, I didn't write this, by the way. Bucks wrote this. So, and then we're going to have a chat to our vendors that we have there on the day. Might try and get a chat with Veiled Lamp at some point too. And then from 12:30 onwards, we're just going to start showing off models with Bucks and Ben. and chatting to people. So last year we had a very, hey Captain Cart, we had a very specific schedule, and we didn't stick to it. So this time we've just gone, this is our bracket, this is what we're going to do in that time. The second day looks like this. Yeah, Ben and Bucks are going to roam around apparently and chat to the Painters Lounge as well as first time entrants, and then they're going to do the live judging on stream, which we did last couple of years, and it was a big hit. Finally, before the last day, hiccups are killing me, where we're actually going to have a lesson from young Dave Colwell, and then we're going to do the Streamer's Choice Award, which everyone will collectively vote on. Before we do a quick chat to the judges to get their thoughts, and then we'll have the award ceremony. So that's the plan for the weekend. That is the first time that stream thing has been revealed to the public. Should all be very appreciative. Turn that off now, don't I? Come on, mate. Just need to look at the angle of this chick. Where is my Instagram? These hiccups can get fucked. Yeah, she's literally like front on. You can see she is front on, front and center. So we're chipping away, friends. We're chipping away at this project, and I'll show off some stuff soon. We are absolutely making headway. I'm reminded of these big projects every time I in my mind I think of them, and I just remember the fun times. These hiccups are going to be the death of me. And you always forget just how much hard work goes into them. And there is absolutely a metric shit ton of hard work still to come on this project. Still to come. But enthusiasm is improving as we go on, as the reality of the project actually starting to look pretty good. Starts to drive you further. So I would say probably between three hours a day, usually about 3 hours a day, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. So first chick I'll show off is this chick. Let's turn that down a smidge. So no one's finished yet. Everyone's still just got, a rough idea of where they're at, but I like where she's sitting. So I will show you something pretty cool at the end, but her boobs, I'll show you now. This is the bit I'm most enthusiastic about at the moment. Everything I'm doing, I'm checking this bad boy. See our black light, her bikini and her boots glow. Cool. And the actual camera doesn't really show off how cool it looks in real life. This chick, so I've got a fair bit of work left to go on her. I'm going to turn her shirt into a camo shirt, and then we've still got to paint her boots. And I'm not happy with her skin. I think her skin looks a little bit pale, like she's a zombie or something. However, her shirt glows, it glows so much. I don't know much, but I know I love glowing. That may be all I need to know. So, camo shirt for her. This chick looks really good. Happy with her. And she glows in a few ways. And I'm going to show this one off because this one I think is actually the best one of all the glowings. I'll turn all the lights off this one. Turn all the lights off! Here we go. So we added rust. We added rust with fluorescent orange. So, yeah. How cool do I look in the black light? Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, that is sick. I reckon that is the coolest thing I've done. And I'll show you one more thing. And this will be a little bit harder to demonstrate, but let's try demo. That's all we can do. Here is the base. This is where the predominant amount of work has been on. This base. So, can't really see this because of the bad angle I've set up the camera, but I'm not going to change the camera because I'm painting models. But as you can see, the base has quite a lot of stuff added to it. So the most important thing for me with this project is that it needs to look good both under a normal light and under a black light, right? So this I think is a fairly good looking base under a normal light. Allow me to show you what it looks like under a black light. Because I reckon this is absolutely the coolest thing I've ever done. And again, I can't really express. It looks so much more vibrant and bright in real life than it does on the camera. Yeah, so that's the goal, right? That it looks good under a black light. It looks like a completely different scene than it does under normal light. But I really want the normal scene. The normal scene to absolutely look like a good, cohesive, and g'day Nurgle, and like good scene. So I tried to do something with resin yesterday, and it looks unreal, right? Oh, maybe I can pop it out. No. But I wasn't able to get it to look quite like how I envisaged in my mind. So that's a shame. We did our best though. Alright, enough showing off of my toys. Because that is part 1 of 3. And that's the scary part. I have just barely finished part 1 of 3. But as I said, we'll get there. We'll get there. Alright. So this chick's front on angle is like this. So we will keep that in mind. Thank you, Dubrock, for the question, and thank you for checking it out on YouTube. You're a legend. So I use Knead It for anything that I want to dry really quickly. Knead It will not often smooth out or hold texture all that well. It's really just a bulk filling agent that if I'm constructing bases, or even if I want something to have some stability and rigidity, I'll use it. The difference between I don't actually use green stuff by itself, but I also don't do an awful lot of like sculpting of human anatomy or anything that really needs a lot of organic shapes. Green stuff mixed with milliput is my preference for organic sculpting, and if I'm doing a lot of like if I'm sculpting, I did an arm on stream 12 months ago, 18 months ago of the Gauls. I lost an arm, or they didn't send me an arm, so that would be what I would use that for. And the reason is when you mix milliput and green stuff together, you get the best of both of their attributes. So the best attribute of green stuff is that it really holds its shape nice and firmly and allows you to create organic shapes, but it can be harder to smooth. The best attribute of milliput is that it's easy to smooth. It can be sanded, so it allows you to get a really flat shape. So I usually, more often than not, will mix the two together when I'm doing some sculpting. The last one that I use is this one that I have in here that's name is escaping me right now. Magic Sculpt. And that's usually just because I'm lazy. Because it's there. But it's fine. It's sort of a combination. Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. There are people who would absolutely just use green stuff. There are people who would absolutely just use milliput. My advice is to just find what works for you. You know, some people have love green stuff and are used to it, or like the way that it reacts and responds. I don't know much, but I know I love you. That may be all I need to know. So this chick's probably the most central figure of the scene, or of the entire scene. She's in the middle. So she will probably be what draws your gaze first. So I haven't really thought about the paint scheme of the central environment yet, other than neon lights, bright lights in the big city. Bright lights in the big city. The bottom scene was supposed to be mostly green coloured, so I think we'll make this scene mostly magenta. Magentas and purples. That has dried very hard and in an unusual shape, and I regret not trying to do stuff with it yesterday. So yeah, the broad strokes of what my next steps are on this project is we paint the middle girls and we paint the middle backdrop scene to about 75% completion. We don't finish anything yet at all. And then once that is complete and everything sits together, we get to step back and have a look at it all and see if it looks good, see what works, and decide, if specific colours or specific girls are not working and what we need to do to change those. So that will take us as long as it takes to get all of the girls and scenes ready. And once we've got that done, that's when we go on to the final details and we step by step, ooh baby. If anyone is crazy enough to consider a project of this scale and wants some advice, my advice is don't ever look at what you've got ahead of you. Just focus on the now. Focus on, I've just got this one model. Because I have 7 or 8 models sitting up there, little components of models. And it is very demoralizing to look at all those models and go, oh, I've got so much to go. So don't look at it. If you just look at one model at a time, you'll be fine. Alright, let's airbrush again. Piel Elfos. Bonjour, Weetabix. I'm going to take a stab and say, how have you been? Hello there, Timbo. Maybe I can get my assistant to tell me what that means. You listening, Mossy? French. What does it mean, though? Does it mean, how are you? Francois. The extent of my French is merci beaucoup. And that's about it. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody's got a body like you, so I gotta think twice before I put my heart away. You know not all the games you play, 'cause I play them too. Oh, but when I need some time off of that emotion, try to pick my heart back off the floor. Ooh, baby, I reconsider my foolish notion. Show you the door, 'cause you gotta have faith. I gotta have faith, baby. A lot of free songs this morning. Alright, let's get some... thanks, Frog Jim. It's nice of you to pay for it, after I just said it's free. Let's get some magenta. What song would you like, mate? Call you when I need you, my heart's on fire. Boom, 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 boom. You come to me, wild and wilder. Ooh, it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it stronger. You're simply the best. Dun, dun, dun. You're better than all the rest. You're better than anyone I've ever met. Ooh, I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Good morning, Al. Hello, mates. Hope you're doing well. That's a great question. Am I painting with a new style? I don't think so. But I do think that people's style naturally evolves over time. And my style is constantly changing as I'm learning new ways to do things or quicker ways to do things. But the variety of models that I paint also contributes to that feeling. You know, I wouldn't paint cyberpunk chicks in the same way that I'd paint a barbarian or an orc, or, you know. Whatever the case is. So it may be that this piece is quite a lot different to the last piece I worked on, purely from a perspective that they are completely different subject matters, and so I've adapted my style. G'day, Gone Beyond One. It's going well, mate. Thank you for asking. since you're new to the stream, I'd love to show you a project that I worked on a little while ago, and here it is. Look, Nurgle, that's a great question, mate. Being a ladies' man, it's a real skill that you develop. You know, I like to think of myself as a Renaissance man. You know, just a man of many talents. Thank you, Gone Beyond One. I'm currently working on a new one. It's what we're doing at the moment. We're working on a scene that looks like this. And they're all Cyberpunk girls. And the scene lights up with cool lights and stuff. So, yeah. That's what we're working on right now. And that's just a reminder picture for me. It is Nico Galaxy, yes, absolutely right. I'm very good friends with the dude who owns Nico Galaxy. Well, maybe very good friends is a stretch, but I know him. Look, a more rounded toolset will help. Yeah, I think just really spread yourself out so that you've got many disciplines. You know, many disciplines is the key. Cool. What class is that? Ah, Mini Den, the great man. That will be awesome. If you haven't seen his latest piece, it is fucking jaw dropping, by the way. The last 12 months or so has really seen his work elevate in a big way. Good work, Jenna. That'll be amazing. Oh, wee, oh, yo, oh, wee, oh, yo. Oh, wee, oh, yo. Do you know, I did actually used to be quite good at cards, quite good at the old Texas Hold'em poker. Long time ago now, back in the early 2000s, we used to play a lot of poker in the Warhammer Poker Tour. But I wish I was a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus. No, I am very ordinary in the sack, I'm afraid. We can't have it all. Can't have it all. Alright, I need to do something else because this skin is going to annoy me for a long time. What colour do we... is that a torso as well? Is that her torso? It is her torso, isn't it? Fuck. That's annoying, Deno. You're a real doofus. Yeah, layering over the top is a very scary thought. Once you've done it a few times, you'll feel a lot more confident, but it is a very scary thing to do for the first time. Alright, what colour is her jacket, Deno? Actually, you all can decide. What colour is her jacket? So the middle scene, the colour of the scene, the colour palette is purple. I use it in a lot of different ways. Purple's Timbo's in first. Yep, I use it in a lot of different ways. Sometimes I'll spray a mid-tone. Sometimes I'll spray a base layer. Really depends how I am feeling at the time. You can't really go wrong with it. That's right, I've got to use pistachio and everything. That's my stupid rule for this fucking project. What a dickhead. Deep purple. It's so deep. Alrighty. Okay, let's go. We'll make this chick a redhead. Find red hair very striking on figure painting, and it's also one of the hair colours I feel most comfortable and confident with. Or here we go. Here's a thought. Do we give her magenta hair? Like fluorescent hair? Do we give her hair like Bunny with half magenta, half green? Yeah. Can't paint without making sound effects. Does that sound cool? We go for a two-toned hair like bun dogs. That might be fun, actually. Hey, has anyone watched Echo yet? Has anyone watched Echo? Is it worth watching? I mean, I'm going to watch it, so that's probably not the right question. But is it good? Came out this week, so I haven't. I've been rewatching Black Sails, which is an awesome show, by the way. On rewatch, it's actually very, very good. Started watching Reacher with my girlfriend. Started from the start so that we can watch season 2 together. It's a very good show. Okay. Echo is, if you watched the little show Hawkeye a little while back, the TV show with Kate Bishop, young Kate Bishop and Kingpin, Echo was a character in that, and she's a very good card in Marvel Snap too, I might add. She is a deaf superhero, and I'm not sure where she's at in the scene in the show. If she's got powers in the show, I think she's just deaf in the show at this point in time. So maybe she's going to get powers. But yeah, she's a deaf superhero. And she was in that Hawkeye. So she was raised by Kingpin. Oh, The Wire is a great show. I haven't watched that in years. Years. I have not watched Oz. No, no. Um, I've also never watched Breaking Bad, and let me explain why. Because everyone recommends it to me, but as a general rule, I don't like shows that are depressing. Sopranos also very good, and Breaking Bad I've been told is just one of the most depressing shows to watch. So anything that is about stuff that would make me sad, I generally struggle to get enthusiastic about watching. And as I understand it, g'day Solemn Yas. Hey, since you're new here, this is the first time you've been here, I'd like to show you a project that I worked on a little while ago. Here you go. Exactly, Frog Jim. Exactly, mate. It is pretty much Warcraft, yes. Yes, that is the one on Apple TV. Harrison Ford, Jason Segel, I think. Yeah, see, I'm sure if I watch Breaking Bad, like I would acknowledge that it's a wonderful piece of television and that, um, it's a masterpiece and all that sort of stuff. I'm absolutely confident that that would be the case. I just don't want to subject myself to something that's depressing. Good work, Yab. Get in there and play with some toys. The Cliff Notes version of Breaking Bad is dude gets diagnosed with cancer and becomes a drug lord. Is it not? How is that a positive story, champion? When life gives you lemons, make cocaine. uh, that was Dark Sea Blue for that shadow colour, mate. Dark Sea Blue. Not Payne's Grey. Could use Payne's Grey, probably. Alright, let's try some crazy shit, because I promised myself I would use this colour as a highlight colour everywhere. And this is Pistachio, which is a bright green. That is not going to work entirely. Alright, mate. Yeah, it's Skills in today. Have fun. Tell him I said hello. Well, actually, don't tell him that. Tell him to get fucked. Alright, that colour's not working as a highlight, so what do we use? Do we use our normal purple colour? Yep, we'll use that. Call you when I need you. My heart's on fire. Boom, 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 boom. Come to rally high. Boom, boom. can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it stronger now. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart. Every word you say tears apart. If this is your first time watching me approach Little Toy Soldier painting, this will look absolutely rubbish to you, I'm sure. Sure you'll go, Dano, you can't paint for shit, what are you doing? And you would be correct. We find a way to make it work. Life finds a way. This chick is front and center, mate. She is the story of the scene. That's why I feel like we're able to make her work with these guns, because she is the protagonist of the tale, if you will. So she's doing something while the rest of the scene is just sort of happening as life passes her by. G'day, all mates. We are all doing well, one assumes. I am certainly doing well. Let's zoom in a little bit. She's my cherry pie. Only sweet surprise, sweet cherry pie. It is a very big project, yes, mate. I might actually whip the camera off its stand and show you just how big the project is, because it's all happening. Yep, it is very big. Yeah, let's have a look. Actually, I'll give you an update of where the project's at, so you can all see what's trucking along. This is there's 9 models. I've done 3. so far. So this chick's done. Well, not done, but worked on. This chick's probably the least progressed. And then, oh, this chick is also pretty progressed. So those are the 3 models that I've done so far. Let's whip this camera off and you can have a look at how the project is progressing. So first of all, hello, welcome to my desk. Change this a little bit. Yeah, so this is the painting desk. This is where some of my projects are kept. The ones that I'm currently working on. There's my microphone that you're all hearing. There's my computer screen. So up here I've got all of the models that we still have to go for the project. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus a whole pile of other things over there. Plus more projects up here that are going to happen later on, plus a helicopter that I cut apart to use for this project, plus my shiny computer. And then behind us, over here, we have the actual other bits of the project, which is the base, and then the backdrop, and then the other base, and then all of the wiring. So, lots of moving parts. Yes, it's all happening. And we just reduce the exposure. Hello there, Benny. Finally, about what is project. I don't generally do a lot of commissions, Gary. I have a cabinet that it will fit in, but I have been fortunate that most of the pieces that I paint, including my big dioramas, are get sold. So we'll hope that that's the case for this one. It may be, it may not be. But if it's not, that's okay. Dave Colwell's latest masterpiece. Yes, it's a very nice piece from Dave. He's a great painter and a great human being. He and I have very different styles, and that's become more and more evident over the last few years as he's leaned more and more into the ultra smooth style, and I have gone the opposite direction. So that piece, whilst I acknowledge all my pieces I sell, I've got 3 sitting in my cabinet at the moment that are available for sale, which is the Gladiator and the 2 Dwarves and some other one. Just send me a message on Instagram, mate, if you're interested. We can talk about it. I'm not saying that to try and hide or anything. I've spoken about selling models on stream quite openly and how much and all that sort of stuff. But no, it's just so we can so I can focus on painting now and then give you all the information later on. Yes, the thing I like about Dave's piece, it's extremely hard to paint white, and it's extremely hard to create contrast on a piece that's mostly white, and he's done that um, incredibly, which is really cool. My criticism of Dave's pieces, and I say this having provided him this feedback in person on many occasions, um, is I feel like sometimes his pieces feel sterile, feels like they're just missing a little bit of life, colour. I don't know if I could pinpoint exactly what it is, but there's a sense of sterility to his works that I can never seem to get past. And I think it's because he makes them so perfect, so clean, yeah, that they it's almost like uncanny valley territory, right? Where something's so close to looking human and real, but it's not. And you can feel that, I wonder if that's actually what it is, but he's a fantastic painter, right? Like I will never have his skills, and that is a straight up and down fact, and I'm absolutely okay with that. um, but yeah, I think it's important to express that what I like and what I see as interesting and engaging is always different to other people, and it's good. We should absolutely acknowledge that. Um, that's one of the great things about life, that people like different things. So I love Dave for the work that he produces. I love the technical capability that he demonstrates. It doesn't quite align with my aesthetic preferences as a general rule. Now, every now and then, Dave Colwell, every now and then he'll do something that does, just blow my mind. The Chaos Dwarf that he did a few years ago is one that I absolutely love. That orc, that orange orc, that was another one that really, I think, was just unreal. What is your latest piece, Ben? Please share it on the Instagrams. Some dude, some dude said to it when I said, "Did I mention it glows under a black light?" And he goes, "So does my spunk. You ain't special." What a great comment! Oh, good stuff. Oh, I've seen that Abracadabra, Benny. I don't need to. I don't need to see that shit. Yeah, Crimson's going to take us some time, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Oh, beautiful. Hey, we're only 2 weeks away, mate. Out of nowhere. Boom, 2 weeks. Yeah. No, you are a fucking gun. No, I wasn't saying, hey, why are you making them? It's 2 weeks out. I was saying it's 2 weeks out. Get excited. It's happening. And I'll talk to you about the Trent Dennison School of Painting Purple, because it's also in the same vein of the Trent Dennison School of Painting Red. It's a really hard colour to paint, because as soon as you highlight to a higher value, i.e. mixing in white, you get this desaturated version of a colour. You know, with red it's pink. And if you mix in white, you get a pink. Hey Emily, if you mix in any higher value colour, it weakens the colour. So painting red, and to a lesser extent purple, unless you want lilac or pink, you always need to go back in and re-add saturation. So I'll whip out all of the bits and pieces again later on, and we'll show it off. Because we are making some good headway on this project. Our colour reference for this model's hair, Benny, is going to be your wonderful fiance. We would be a very slim chance of having this ready for Crimson if I pushed myself really, really hard and had my girlfriend be really, really upset at me. I'm sure we could probably get it done. But since I'm not entering into Crimson, there's no need for me to rush. I was thinking pink and green. Uh, this model was actually started today, mate. So if you scroll back, I work over a zenithal highlight. But yeah, we do black in the recesses. Alright, it's almost time for me to whip out the only thing that makes me a good painter. The great man himself. See you, Dougs. Thank you, mate. Thanks for stopping by. The airbrush. Yes, we did. Well, we didn't lose it. We just snapped it off. And we were discussing if that was a sign for me to change it to a selfie. And we decided not. See you, Benny. Talk soon, buddy. It's airbrush time. We're gonna have to use this, which I don't like using on very many occasions, but yeah. Okay, let's go. So, purple. Re-adding saturation. Okay, Purple Alice. That is exactly right, yes, although it's not blue tack, and I'll show you what it is because it's a really good product. Sometimes I don't do that, but in this instance I am going to. Sometimes you can get away with it just by the way you direct the spray. So yeah, this substance that we're a little bit too heavy there, don't I? This substance that we're using is actually a specific product that's designed for airbrush masking. So it's called Panzer Putty. Looks like this. You can pretty much get it any. There's a lot of other versions of it. You don't have to get that one. But it's just a masking agent. And it's got a really weird like some weird properties, the way that it operates. It's really cool. But it basically, you would hear it to this and it will stick, but it doesn't remove any paint. Rehab, this has taken however long this stream is, champion. Or are you talking about the whole project with all of the girls? So if you're talking about the whole project, that's a slightly different question. Cool. Well, I'll show you some other ones. Yeah, so this one here, I think I've spent about 3 hours on this chick. This one was about 3 hours, maybe even less actually for her. I did her on stream, didn't I? I did her in about 2.5 hours, I think. Yeah, I'm very fast. That was Signal Blue from the Vallejo Model Air range. Thank you. I am pretty good. Alright, I'll leave that for the moment. I'm not enthusiastic about this chick in general, really. This is not my favourite model. Don't know why I put her front and centre. You can all watch it happen live. There's nothing hidden. Well, I hope that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing, but speed is not the only thing. Sometimes I act like I think it's the only thing, but it's not. As we were just talking about, Dave's not anywhere near as fast as I am, but he's just fucking significantly better, so. Got to decide what's important to you. Exactly right, Al. Practice is practice is the missing ingredient that most people in this hobby lack. Um, when we talk about display painting and speed and wanting to improve, you can watch as many YouTube videos as you want. You can watch as many people's painting on stream as you want, i.e., what you're all doing right now. But if you don't add a little bit of actual practice in there, it's all not worth anything. Because you'll develop brush control with practice. You'll develop the ability to figure out paint dilutions with practice. Develop the ability to decide what colours to use with practice. It is everything. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's absolutely my approach, isn't it? Just going crazy and then filtering back. And it is quick, that's for sure. That is for damn sure. Nice big mould line there. Yep. Hey, you're definitely not alone. You are not alone. I am here with you. And though you're far apart, you're always in my heart. And you are not alone. Sucks. Everybody. The women fall around every time I pour them shots. Patron on the rocks and I'm ready for some shots. Alright, if you're willing to stick around till the end, friends, which will be in a little bit, we will absolutely pull everything out, put it all together, and check out how it looks under our black light. And that is going to be an exciting time. I will be the first to say that there are things that you can achieve with money that don't require time investment, such as buying new brushes, buying an airbrush, all that sort of stuff. It all helps. No, I don't think there's too many surfaces in this area that we're in danger of. Gosh, this is a big girl. This is a lot of model. Yeah, the brush does make a difference. Alright, we need to add some fluoro to this girl. What colour fluoro? Fluorescent magenta? I suppose we're doing fluoro hair, aren't we? Yeah, we're doing fluoro hair, so we don't need to go crazy. Let's do the hair right now, actually. Let's do the hair. S Club, we're gonna show you how. Hey ho, there ain't no party like an S Club party. S Club. Magenta. Green. Let's go. I'm just going to go look at Little Bun Dog's Instagram. Super green. Oh, she's doing a Ahsoka. That looks sick. Yeah, she's half pink, half black. it was green. Alright, let's just try. See how it looks with both. Sure is. There's an interesting article perspective I read from a really good miniature painter named Roman Lapart, where he talked about paint colours, and he's like, I really dislike it when they call paint colours like elf flesh, dwarf flesh, or whatever, because in many ways that makes people locked in and think that's all you can use for that. So don't necessarily think that that's the only way that you can paint skin, or that you have to use XYZ skin colour. It was an interesting thought. So good. So good. It's going down. Yelling timber, you better move. You better dance. Let's make the night. You won't remember. I'll be the one. You won't forget. Ooh, ooh. Thanks, mate. Appreciate your time. Have a fantastic evening. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's make the night. You won't remember. I'll be the one. You won't forget. You don't need to spend points, mate. I'm singing for free. You get a freebie. Unless you want me to sing a specific song. In which case, fire away. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you shake your head. I do know a few Spice Girls songs, as a matter of fact. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. Now what you think about that? Now you know how I feel. Say you can handle my love, are you for real? Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your act together, we can be just fine. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really wanna zig a zig. Ah. If you want my future, forget my past. I won't be hasty, I'll give you a try. If you really love me, then you'll say goodbye. Here's the story from A to Z. You wanna get with me? You gotta listen carefully. We got M in the place who likes it something easy. B doesn't come for free. She's a real lady. And as for me, haha, you'll see. Slam your body down and wind it all around. Slam your body down and zig a zig. Ah. It's unbelievable. I can probably do that for about 5,000 songs without a word of a lie. I could whip out about 5,000 songs, and I've done a lot of songs in this stream without even having to look them up lyrics and just go bang, here they are. It is wild, absolutely wild. I'm gonna call this chick Bunny. This is Bunny. when you do the monster logo. It's a good question. Don't know. The back is always very low on my priorities at the best of times. Because she's in a fixed position, so we will see. We will see if that happens. Everyone's a winner, baby, that's no lie. Never fail to satisfy. It did, mate. Absolutely it did. I mean, I don't want to live in a world without it. That's the truth. Alright, the skin tone is going to be the problem on this girl, I think. Yeah, we need to tweak her skin tone quite a lot, I think. So how do we do that, Deno? How do we do that? I reckon I'm gonna have to do some airbrushing of a magenta. Actually, let's try something that I haven't done for a little while and use this color, which has helped me in a few binds in the past. That is Gwilliman Flesh. It's an interesting colour. It's been my experience that whenever I use it, it just kind of calms everything down. Gives it a little bit more vibrancy, a little bit more life. So this is a wild colour to be trying right now, Deno. Hey. No one's ever said you're not a wild guy. Okay, let's go. Yep. That feels a little bit more alive. G'day, Buxo. you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie running for my life. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard enough. All I wanted was to break you off. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wreck me. Skin has seen quite a lot of change over the course of this stream. Okay, let's go. Alright, obviously we're going to have to do some old school Dave Colwell blending on this skin because I'm not going to be able to airbrush this in the same way that I would like to. Gone much pinker. I know. It's like I'm back in the Stone Ages. I need to paint like a pleb. I reckon we may need to put this chick down for a bit and we'll come back to her later on in the project for a couple of reasons. The first being we've got a good handle on what she's going to look like, mostly. And the second being because I'm angry at her right now. Feels like she's going to take a long time. So, let's do this. Alright, welcome to the scene as it stands so far. I don't know why I'm trying to get this to sit level on the screen, but there you go. That's what I'm trying to do. That'll have to do. Let's put all the girls on there. One of your best, Minimancer. One of your best. Alright, so I hope you're excited for this because I absolutely am. So here's the girls. Here's the girls. Let's turn that down a bit. Turn her around a little bit more. Alright, you reckon you're giddy now? You reckon you're giddy now? Let's do the cool bit. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? So part of what I'm going for, or part of what I'm going to need to tweak, this girl's hair, crazy. Yeah, part of what we're, hello Caleb. Yeah, the orange and yellow in the rust looks mad. The orange is probably the best, my favourite actually. So if you look at this, all this stuff on the ground, this is a thin layer of resin that I mixed in the stuff with. But if we look at this, you can't see it. It's subtle. It's subtle. And I like that. I like that a lot. So there we go. There's my girls so far. I've got this little dog to paint. He's going to stand over here. I'm going to put a very thin layer of resin, so this whole ground is going to be filled with about 2 millimeters of water. And then I'm going to add some posters on the walls here, maybe here, up here, here. Just some little posters like, rebel against the fucking whatever, you know, that sort of shit. And that is going to about do us. So I am going to put this over there, no, because next carb off the rank is painting this thing. And this has a lot of details. So that is next. All my electronic wiring is hidden, and that is all. Alright friends, I'm heading off. Hope you have a wonderful day. It's going to be a great week. I feel it in my waters. Have a fantastic time. Be gentle.